started. Then we'll see Hyper-V. Hyper-V as a server. Of course, I don't have the server. You are not downloading and installing server. I am not doing that one. Because of Hyper-V server, we can access through Hyper-V client only. Means server Hyper-V. If you want to access Hyper-V environment from your PC, not with a web browser, actually we need a Hyper-V client feature also we should install here. And there is a authentication issues are there. Of course, Windows admin center is there. Using that app, we can able to access, but that is also not suitable in direct environments. So in this one, I am trying to show you. This is my Windows 10 machine. Think like this is my Windows 10 machine. I have a Pro edition, for example. My physical machine does not have Pro edition, guys. This machine having a Pro edition. Okay, if you have an enterprise, you can try with the enterprise edition also. Even all my enterprises are old machines. Okay, my enterprise machines are old machines. This is blocking the view. Okay, I have Windows 10 enterprise editions are there. This is a Windows 10 enterprise only, but this is also evolution version. My Windows server and my Windows 10 enterprise, these are all evolution versions, right? So it's a problem, time limit is there. This is not evolution anyway. So in which ways, this Windows 10 Pro and Enterprises, Windows 8, 8.1 Pro or Enterprises having a Hyper-V feature inside, along with the operating system. Along with the operating system, I have a Hyper-V feature. Now we'll see how to install this Hyper-V feature and all. Guys, just a reminder, just a recollection of memory. To install Windows 10, what are the minimum requirement? I want to install Windows 10 operating system. What are the minimum requirement? That is the question. Anybody remember? How much CPU is required? How much RAM is required? How much disk space is required? Tell me.
Hundred GB hard disk, 2 GB RAM, single CPU processor.
Very good. 2 GB RAM for if you are installing 64-bit operating system, 64-bit machine. Minimum, right? And this is a 20 GB hard disk. Minimum is required. 100 GB is always best. Means you will get a correct space. At least C drive, complete C
And the
drive.
virtualization.
What it is?
And also the virtualization enabled.
Very good. Yeah, 1 gigahertz processor. 1 core processor is enough. Not required 2 core processors. Yes. Virtualization technology means secondary address translation is must be enabled in the BIOS. Okay. Better to before installation only if you are enabled, so you will get it. But this is a system installation purpose. But you want to install Hyper-V in BIOS, virtualization technology must be enabled in the BIOS. Okay. Second, first I will type it. To install Windows 10, required CPU is 1 GHz processor, single core CPU is required. I said it is very simple, single core GHz. SoC, system on chip also can able to do it. Your RAM, of course, we are using a 64-bit compulsory. So for a Hyper-V, so for 64-bit, 1 GB for a 32-bit. Hard disk, in generally hard disk, the disk space must be more than 20 GB. 100 GB always good. Okay. Next, of course, it is a 64-bit processor, 64-bit related. We will take it 32-bit. We'll take it a 32-bit. To install Hyper-V in our Windows 10 Pro or a Enterprise. Okay. So secondary address translation means your virtualization technology. Secondary address translation or virtualization technology must be enabled in BIOS. Okay. Make sure it is enabled before or after installation of operating system. But to install Hyper-V, you must enable this and make sure it is enabled. Okay. And of course, the system, of course, enabled means system is 64-bit system only. 32-bit system won't work here. Okay. Compulsory 64-bit system it is. Additional 2 GB RAM is required. It means if you take minimum to minimum PC, 2 GB RAM for a Windows 10, but you want to install Hyper-V, you need an additional 2 GB RAM. You need an additional 2 GB RAM. Okay. So meaning is how much RAM we are required for minimum is required 4 GB RAM. Of course, disk is there, big disk automatically it is there, or you need additional disk space also required like 100 GB to store data kind of stuff. Minimum 4 GB. So this is my Windows 10 Pro or Enterprise kind of stuff. Okay. So look at here. This is the task manager, performance, CPU, virtualization is enabled. So I can able to install Hyper-V, but I'm a home edition. Guys, don't go with the wrong direction kind of stuff. If you want to install Hyper-V, install Hyper-V only if it is available. Do not install this hypervisor, virtualization, that kind of options are there. Do not install. There is a useless and it will give a lot of headaches also. I will show you. First go to control panel. Some people will get misguided from here like this. Okay. So go to control panel, change into large icons. This is a category mode. Change it to large icons. Programs and features. Click on programs and features. Turn Windows features on or off. Turn Windows features on or off. Okay. See, these are the Windows features, guys. If you want to become a particular server or a particular client or a particular feature you want it, you can enable and disable. For example, you want a Microsoft XPS document writer. Okay, then already checklist means it is already there. If you don't want it, you can uncheck it. Print to PDF. If you install this feature, you will become a web server. Okay. If you select this FTP server, you become a FTP server. So it is virtual machine platform, Windows hypervisor platform. Okay, Windows subsystem for Linux, that is different. WSL, that is different. Directly we can install application. We don't need to do this one. Okay. So without knowing, do not install this kind of stuff. See, telnet client, TFTP client, that is good. If you require, you will do it. Otherwise, don't do it. SMB, CFS server, CFS client, automatic removal kind of stuff is there. Okay. Guys, if you see in this list, you may not find a Hyper-V name. So leave it because it's your Windows 10 Home or Windows any Home edition do not have Hyper-V feature. So it is not there, just leave it. Use Oracle VirtualBox, or if you are able to pay, then we can use VMware Workstation. Or if you cannot able to pay, use VMware Player also. Okay. Do not select these things and click OK kind of stuff, restart. And next time you want to install Oracle VirtualBox or a VMware Workstation, you will get a errors. Some error is there, that is cross-platform. Okay. So again, so a lot of settings you have to do it. So anyway, useless by installing this, useless. Maybe by some application it may require. Currently not required. Don't install. Okay. Some people will listen very off part only. They see the screens or check it. I will check it. Don't do it, guys. So just listen carefully. Do not install those kind of stuff. Okay. If you want Hyper-V, install Hyper-V. Otherwise, no, don't. Okay. Any other name, don't install. You can use this kind of stuff like a VMware Workstation. This is my Windows 10. Before I turn on my PC, then I want to go to Task Manager, Performance, Memory. 4.3 GB is available, so no problem. So little no problem, but still I have to close some applications or tabs which is running in my PC. Okay, now this is also better to close. But problem is, so I downloaded recently. Recent one is also downloaded. Third one, not yet uploaded, right? So I will upload. This is also I will close it. Close it. Why am this one? This is enough. Okay. Now close your background applications. Check your RAM increased or not. You know, there are so many applications in my PC is running currently. Close updater. See it is, I close that kind of. This is Outlook. I'm closing that Outlook also. This is antivirus currently running. That's it is showing CC cleaner. I'm exit the CC cleaner also. So I close some background applications. I close this one also. Something it is. I don't know. See it is. You can feel there is a 5.2 GB. See where 4. Some 4.3 or 4.8 to 5.2. Even if I close all background applications or exit the background applications, I can gain more RAM. Okay. Now I have a more than 4 GB. So what I do, I will increase my RAM capacity to 4 GB for this particular virtual machine. I turn on my virtual machine. Actually, I want to add one more NIC. It's okay, no problem. Okay. So first one is, as I said, it is everything is good. 64-bit PC, of course. 2 GB RAM plus additional 2 GB means I need a 4 GB RAM minimum. That is satisfied, right? I have to check virtualization enabled in the machine or not. And it is, of course, it is a pro and stuff. Okay. And my PC is a 64-bit machine anyway. We'll see that one. So let it on, turn on. It may give you a little slower experience because it's a Windows. One is from my physical machine problem and another is a virtual machine. Also Windows 10, it is always updates. When it updates, it is generally slow. Okay, let it it's the start of Windows Hyper-V and what's new in 2019 version kind of stuff. Okay, what is Hyper-V? Hyper-V is a Microsoft hardware virtualization product. It's let you to run a software version of computer called a virtual machines. It's a beautiful sentence there are used. It is a what is a virtual machine? Software version of a computer. What is virtual machine? Software version of a computer. Each virtual machine like a complete computer running operating system and programs. Each virtual machine like a complete computer running operating system and programs. When you need a computing resources, virtual machine will give you more flexibility, help more time and money, help save time and money, and there are and are a more efficient way to use hardware than just running one operating system on a physical hardware, one physical hardware. Hyper-V run each virtual machine in its own isolated space, which means you can run more than one virtual machine on the same hardware at the same time. You may want to do this to avoid problems such as a crash affecting other workloads or to give different people, group or a service access to different system. See how smooth it is? But how to remember this, all these things, how to understand? Yeah, it's by doing or by linking with your experiences, you will understand. Yeah, already we discussed so many things about virtual machines. All are titles only, but you have to read it, guys. So everything we explained, it is not good. Yeah, this is to check. Can you able to install a Hyper-V? Can we able to install Hyper-V? Go to command prompt systeminfo.exe. There bottom you can see Hyper-V requirements. Yes, 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 kind of stuff. Then we can able to install it. This is shielded virtual machines. And how to install Hyper-V by using a server manager is given here. If it is a server, how to install? Okay, but I'm showing in a how to install a Hyper-V in Windows 10. Okay. So here it is. This is my virtual machine, guys. It is a Windows 10. You have to remove this mostly sunny part. Use internet. So turn off. See it is turned off this part. So it may run in a background or not. So it is very disturbance at here because you don't need that kind of weather forecasting. You are getting everything in your mobile phone or your smartwatches also. So it is also reduce your utilization of your computer kind of stuff. Means your computer power, both internet also. Okay, so what is the first rule? You got a PC, you have a RAM is 4 GB. Okay, 4 GB RAM is required, and virtualization technology enabled or not. Go to task manager, performance. Go to performance. Can you able to see this? Yeah, when we want this kind of stuff, means the highlighter kind of stuff won't work here. System will become slower automatically. My system become double slower. Completely slow. Wait, guys, is something which has happened. Guys, are you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it is suddenly become a sick part. Okay, not completely. Usually, it will struck full hard strucking is there, but it is not responding. It will take 5-10 minutes to respond normally. Otherwise, you have to fully turn off and turn on kind of stuff. But important points again I will tell. So I am giving an explanations only, but as a point of interview. What is virtualization? First is a what is virtualization? What is the type of virtualizations? by server virtualization, desktop virtualization, network virtualization, storage virtualization, application virtualization. These 5 virtualizations are important. Of course, if you search in some textbooks, there's some additional one subtractions are there, but these are mainly 5 virtualizations. Okay, and benefits of virtualizations. Benefits of virtualization. What is benefit of virtualization? We don't need to buy more infrastructure. You best utilize your infrastructure. So it meaning is it reduces the capital cost. Means no, very always you buy go and purchase a new servers or a new hardware kind of stuff. It will be reduced. More network related is not required. Always I will purchase more networking components, wiring, power connections. You can save lot of power connectivities because of you have a 10 computers, 10 power connections. All 10 computers running single server. How many power connections? One power connection, one power backup, one wire connection, right? So like this, one network connection. Okay. So that is also become easy. And it is very easy to manage because of so you need to go to each and every server for how it is going on, how to manage deployment and all. So because in one machine, multiple virtual machines are running means if you know how to connect one machine, so you can manage 10 machines. Okay. So of course there is some other facilities like you can store the virtual machine guys. In my experience also I will share 1 or 2 points. Sometimes I will share. Please don't feel something I am telling some boring. Okay. One day I have taken a machine like that is I installed Oracle 11G in a Linux Oracle Enterprise Linux 5 version 5.5 version. I install a Oracle 11G database. Okay, usually that is we use in our organization earlier. Okay, so now we are not like so. We better is Windows base. Okay, so we install and practice for our students. So one day what happened? One of our student asked me like she will go and practice at her home once she reached their hometown. So what I have done? So I take a virtual machine, I install operating system in my PC only, which is I am practicing. So in my PC already I have a virtual machine. I install operating system. I done all the application installation, setups, everything is done. Now when she is asked what I have done, I connect a external hard disk. I copy a virtual machine into external hard disk. And I connect the virtual machine. I connect that I given to her, so she copied into her PC. Once it started, automatically everything is working fine. Only network setup and remote access is required. So she run that one, so it is working fine. Okay, so that's the point, guys. It is the virtual machines are not completely attached to your physical hardware and physical machine. It is intact with your physical environment, so you can move your virtual machines from one location to any other locations. Okay, so that's why we are using this cloud also, because the back side the back end of this cloud interface is the virtualization part. Different type of virtualization as a server virtualization, desktop virtualization, and see application virtualization is is very simple. Office 365 or a Google Docs, you're accessing an application directly through web browser, and also you can run that application on your desktop based on the application. From your desktop also you can run an application, or from your device. Nowadays we not only a desktop, laptop, devices like a tabs, mobile phones, Google Chromebooks, we can access application. So you can run an application both offline and online. So that is because of software as a service, cloud service. How it is possible? Because of application virtualization. Application virtualization, application runs at client side as well as a server side also. We can run an application at server side and we can access an application through simple web browser. Okay, I have taken attendance, that is Microsoft Excel. I'm accessing Microsoft Excel through my Microsoft Edge browser. You can access with any browser, no problem. For example, I'm using a Linux based machine. I want to access an application which is Windows based application. I can access, I can run, I can work with it in my Linux. How? Through web browser kind of stuff, by using presentation virtualization or a application virtualization. Okay, I'm using an Android mobile. I'm using Android mobile and Android tabs. I can use Microsoft applications. Okay, so similarly, I'm using Windows system. I can use Google Docs, right? In my Android app mobile, I can use Google Docs kind of stuff also possible. Okay, Google Docs, Google Slides, okay, Google Sheets, we can able to use it. So this is all because of the background application virtualization. Guys, presentation virtualization is little different from application virtualization. Presentation virtualization is application runs in the remote machine. We can access application from our terminal or from client side. Like if you are using thin client or you are using full-time desktop kind of stuff, whether you are Windows or in another machine, you can access the application and use an application from your web browser or through remote desktop. Remote apps comes here. Okay, your application runs in the remote server. But application virtualization, application runs in a both remote server as well as a at client PC also. Like I'm showing PPT, that is Office 365 PPT running in my client PC. Running in my client PC. Okay, Office 365 PPT. Same Office 365 PPT PowerPoint presentation I can run from the web browser. So application can be run in a remote server as well as a local client PC. Okay, that is application virtualization. Something it is round going on now. Sometimes it is Saturday, that too updates are more in on Saturday and Sunday. That's why will give a problems. Okay. Yeah. My main point. What is virtualization? Types of virtualization, use of virtualization, what is server virtualization, what is desktop virtualization kind of stuff. Okay, it is there. Guys, if you say I know VMware, means not VMware workstation, it is a VMware vSphere only. Okay, so VMware workstation, Oracle VirtualBox are an applications which we install on a PC. So using that application, you can create a virtual machine in your own desktop. Windows 10, Windows 8, 8.1, Pro or Enterprise Edition. Yeah, see.
Excuse me, sir. Sir. Sir.
Yes,
Sir.
you see my screen now?
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Very, very big problem. Time still happen. I am starting this virtual machine again. Once we finish this one, then we'll take a break.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, in interview, which type of question they ask over virtualization topic?
Actually, I just told, but that time it is disconnected. I will tell again, no problem. Yeah. So basically, not more questions. Okay, because your main questions first is your SQL. Next one is Windows Server Services, like what is Active Directory, what is DHCP, what is DNS, what is group policy. Okay, what is group policy? These are the first important questions. Next, Linux. What Linux you use? What are the commands based, like what is grep command? Okay, what is cron tab, mm, cat command? These kind of stuff. Okay. So next about a cloud. Everything they will cover. And it comes to the virtualization. Important is what is virtualization, benefits of virtualization, type of virtualization, what is server virtualization, what is desktop virtualization or network virtualization, storage, okay, application virtualization kind of stuff. So in that mainly like a server virtualization, what is type 1 and what is type 2 virtualization. Type 1 and type 2 virtualization, it comes under server only, guys. Remember, virtualization is not two types. Okay, in the server virtualization, there is a type 1 and type 2 virtualization, and a desktop virtualization also. I just given some introduction, right? One second, guys. Hello. Tell me. చెప్పండి. Yeah, right. Okay. Sorry. Where am I? So, what is the virtualization? Yeah. Next one is, if you know, like, what is a Hyper-V? Okay. What is Hyper-V? Any virtualization platforms, right? So currently, I'm trying to tell you like what is Hyper-V part. So what is Hyper-V? What is VMware workstation kind of stuff? If you're outspoken, then the questions on it only. If you say I know VMware, then definitely there is questions on a VMware vSphere. Okay, these are the main things. Mainly for each one, it is the definitions are important. It is make me cry. These things like application stopped here. It works again. My mission is running. Again, it is stopped. Guys, take a break. Take a break. Okay. Take a break for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, it let it cool. Otherwise, I will tell you. I will show you VMware vSphere directly. Okay. Take a break for 10 minutes. Come back in a 5:15. Already, it is not working from. So take a 10 minutes break. Come back in 5:15. Are you able to
Okay.
hear? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.